Hey, this is Rabbi Shmuel Pollan. This is the Light Unto the Nations show. And please stick around. We've got a lot of videos for you to watch, and we have a lot of videos coming up to share a lot of wisdom with you. It's really going to help you out in life and just in your understanding of reality in general. Philosophy, spirituality, meditation, all these things will become much clearer if you stick around on this channel. And we're going to talk today about a video that has 8 million views, and my video probably get 8 views, but that's all right because I just want to reach anyone that I can. If even one person is helped by one of these videos, that's good. And I have other videos that have a lot more views, thank God, and I have ways to promote them. Thank God, when the time is right, we will also have millions of views on these videos. And this video deserves a million views because I'm going to explain to you what the 8 million hit video is all about. So that video is by a guy named Joko, and he was talking about the fact that when people come to him, when they're his subordinates, and say, we have this big problem, we have a situation, we need to take care of it, we need to do something now, he says, good. And when another employee comes to him and says, well, we got this problem, we have to make a move right now, we got to fix this, he says, good. When somebody gets hurt, he says, good. And it sounds crass, it sounds insensitive, but it's so true. This was the truest video that I ever saw, aside from my own videos, of course. Good. Problems are good. When you hear the word problem, you think immediately negative. You think that it's bad. But the truth is, problems are actually good, and I'll explain to you why. And I'll give you an analogy that Joko did not know about, and hopefully he'll watch this video and understand that a king was going to set up his son for his life, and he was going to give him a year's worth of food, and that would be great, and he'd be taken care of every day, and he wouldn't have to worry. But instead, he decided to give him 1 day's food, and in that 1 day, he would be finishing the food, and then he would have to come back to his father again and again to ask him for more food. And what was the point of this? The point was so that he get to see his son every single day. He got to see and connect and be able to give a gift for his son because the son had nothing left. And sometimes in life, we have nothing left. We feel like we're at the nadir, we're at the bottom, we're at the wheel, the wheel goes to the bottom, but eventually it will turn around to the top. Because what problems do is they send you back to God to ask for your food. In other words, since you have a soul which is connected to God, it sends you back to your true self, who you actually are, the greater you that you could be, that you don't realize that you are, and you have what's known as a rebirth. And we all know that rebirths are painful. Ask any woman, everyone knows it. But once you have a rebirth and you have that child in your arms, it all becomes worth it. And you become a completely new person. You become a mother with a child instead of a mother without a child. And the same thing happens here. I have a friend who actually went to jail in India. And in India, in jail, they often torture you. And he went through torture. And he is now a broken man. And I'm trying to lift him up. I'm trying to say that it's good. And it comes off as insensitive. It comes off as totally wrong. But it's the truth. I said, you are now Nachman, who has been through torture. Before, you were just Nachman. Then you were reborn. First, you went to the bottom. You lost all your food. You lost everything. And now you're being reborn into Nachman, who went through torture. And if you got a broken leg, you're now Steve, who got a broken leg and survived it. And if you lost your job, you're now Moses, who lost his job and survived it. You're a completely new person. You're completely renewed. You have a complete rebirth. A whole new side of yourself, a whole new ability of yourself is now out there, is now revealed, is now no longer in concealment. And you can come out and attack the world in a whole new way. I'm not giving the reasons that Joko gave. I'm giving you a new reason, which you should understand, which is the idea that you always want to lose everything. When you lose everything, that's when you have the rebirth. When you have nothing, when you're at the bottom, when you're crushed, when you're broken, that's when you have the rebirth. You become a person who used to be just that person, and then you become the person who was broken and survived it. And as long as you're breathing, as Joko says, as long as you're breathing, you're alive. You can fight, you can attack, you can go on. And I want all of you who are listening to this, and it may be just 5 of you or 8 of you or even 1 of you, to fight another day. Whatever your problems are, it's good. That's God giving you your food every day and letting you starve until you get the new food, because he wants to see you, and he wants to see yourself the way you are once you've gone through torture, once you've gone through a breakdown, once you've gone through a nervous breakdown. It could be that. But once you've survived it, you're still alive. You're now a new person. You're now rebirthed. So my wish for you is to not have any problems and to rebirth without problems, to use your own motivation that you can stir within yourself to grow. But if you don't, and if you face problems, I want you to realize that at the end of it, you're still breathing, so you can still attack, you can still move on, and what you have is a new person. You are now a new person who has been through that thing. And for that, the entire humanity benefits for having you being a greater person, and it affects all of us in a positive way. And may our overcoming and going through and growing and becoming a rebirth through our problems lead to the era of the redemption, where there will be no more problems, there will be world peace, and everyone will grow to their fullest potential on their own. May it be immediately. God bless.